Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is the Akazaki Yahoo, and I give all praise, honor, and great esteem to the Most High Power, Yahuwah, Bahashem, Yahushua, Hamashiach, and to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. I say shalom wa baruchim, that is peace and blessings, and I'm so thankful to the Most High and look forward to the day that we all come together again, and we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation under the Most High Power, once again under one covenant. And I am joined this evening by my most esteemed Ak Kenaniah. Shalom, Aki.
Hey, shalom, Aki. How you doing, my brother?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Hey, man, I'm blessed abundantly. All praises to the Most High.
Hallelujah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All praises. So we got a good lesson or a good bit of information to get into this evening. We're going to go through Bereshit chapter 35, and y'all willing, we're going to also get through chapter 36. So let's go ahead and get right to it so we can get into some understanding here. All right. Chapter 35. And verse number 1. It says, "And the Most High said unto Jacob, Arise and go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make there an altar unto the Most High, which appeared unto you when you fled from the face of Esau your brother. And Jacob said unto his household and to all that was with him, Put away the strange idols that are among you, and be clean, and change your garments."
Wow.
Yeah,
it just if that was said in this day and time, it would be relevant. You know what I mean? It seems
right.
like these are thousands of years ago, but yet we're still telling our people the same thing.
Yeah, and you know, this is highly ironic because this is his children when he's talking to. So these are patriarchs, and this is them now. I guess in Canaan is where we left off last week. They had came through Esau, and he had made it, and he said he would go and see his brother. Last that I recall. So, just trying to have a look here as to what's where foreign or abstract heathenicdom, alien stranger. Foreignness, foreign gods, alien. So I'm guessing that some of that from his beloved wife made it in, because remember, she had taken the images from her father,
Indeed,
from his house, and so it looks like that some of that has gotten into the children. Indeed. So.
And I've read this before, but that's something that I have overlooked.
Yeah. That's that's why we kind of go back through it and revisit, because each time you open it up, it's like something new, and it's a barakah for us, and hopefully for everybody anybody who's viewing this. So praise to the Most High for that. Verse 35, verse 3, chapter 35 and verse 3. It says, "And let us arise and go to Bethel, and I will make there an altar to the Most High, who answered me in the day of my distress, and was with me in the way which I went." And they gave unto Jacob all the strange idols which were in their hands,
Mm.
and all their earrings which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the oak which was by Shechem. Yeah, so that's most interesting. So it almost sounds like that these are like toys, like like dolls,
Mm-hmm.
and but they know it's something that they shouldn't be dealing with because they gave them over to their father. As soon as he
Con.
mentioned it. So, uh, verse number 5, and they journeyed, and the terror of the Most High was upon the city that were round about them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. So the people, remember, they just slew also. They slew Shechem, and the whole situation happened with Dinah. So they killed all of those men, and we just see that in chapter 35 and verse number 5, the terror of the Most High was upon them, and nobody bothered them. They came in as strangers, slew a whole nation of Canaanites, and the people were so afraid of them that they didn't bother them at all. So
Con.
praise Abba, and through that we still get them playing with these figures of these idols they called, as the script said, these strange idols. These that's what I use for that term.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. So, verse 36. So Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan. That is Bethel. So I guess Luz is what Bethel was known as before he changed it to Bethel. Uh, he and all the people that were with him. So he said all the people that are with him. So that's him, his wives, his children, and all the servants that they have acquired. So that's everybody that's rolling with them. And he built there an altar, verse 7, and he built there an altar and called the place uh, El Bethel. Wow. El Bethel. Okay. So that's interesting. Did we see that before?
No, I haven't. And we saw Bethel, and Bethel
Huh.
was house of the Most High,
Right.
house of power. So I'm wondering, the way that looks, it looks like power, house,
Huh.
power.
Yeah. It does look that way. We're gonna get into it in just a second. Let me finish this verse here. Because the Most High appeared unto him when he fled from the face of his brother. So let's take a look at that. He called it El Bethel. That's 46:16. El Bethel. Yeah, okay. Strong's, yeah. El Bethel. The power. Yeah. The power of house of. That's like you said.
Yeah, con.
Yeah, just as you said, the place where the Most High revealed Himself to Jacob, and yeah, this is the only place is mentioned. El Bethel. That's interesting. That's interesting.
It's like
So
it's an emphasis placed
yeah,
on the Most High there.
right. Yeah, double reference, double reverence.
Con.
Praise yeah. It's like yeah, looks like kind of your name, calling somebody's name, Yah Hazaki Yahoo.
Yeah, con. Indeed, indeed.
Yeah.
But
Yah
that's we got to decrease where He can increase.
Khan, yes indeed, yes indeed. Praise Abba, yes indeed. So looks like it does definitely look like Jacob is definitely decreasing and increasing in Most High in this situation here. Verse number 8. It says, and Deborah, Rebecca's nurse, died. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Deborah. Okay, so this is Isaac's wife's nurse.
God.
But Deborah, Rebecca's nurse, died, and she was buried beneath Bethel under an oak. And the name of it was
Alon Bakuf.
Okay. I'm like, yeah. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look. Alon Bakuf. Yeah, you hit it on the head, huh? That was a good so I didn't even get that one to try. Alon Bakuf. Oak of Weeping. The site where Deborah Bethel. Well, I think this is the first we've seen Deborah.
I think we might have heard of Rebecca having a nurse, but I don't know if she was ever named, or where we ever read about her name.
Yeah, I do seem like I remember when the servant that they did mention the nurse. They did mention a maid, and so she went with her. So, Morning Oak. Yeah. Let's have a look at her name here. Just to be sure.
Deborah.
D. There's Rebecca.
Yeah, that's what you want your nurse to be busy, or doing work like a bee.
Kind. Yeah, this is the first place it's mentioned. So, yeah, this is definitely the first time that we see it here. So, okay. I don't remember that, but all right. Let's get back. And yes, indeed. Okay. So we see the heading here. Yaakov's name is changed to Israel. We actually had that in 33 as well. So that's interesting that I guess they reiterate because, by 2 or 3 witnesses, let every matter be established. So,
that's right.
Yeah, it's kind. Verse 9. And the Most High appeared unto Yaakov again when he came out of Panorama and baraked him. And the Most High said unto him, your name is Yaakov. Your name shall not be called Yaakov anymore, but Yisrael shall be your name. And he called his name Yisrael. So he didn't give him the explanation like he did in 33. He said, a prince with power with the Most High. He didn't give him that. He just said, stop calling yourself Yaakov.
And it's interesting because, when Abram his name is changed to Abraham, we don't see him referred to as Abram anymore. But we're 2 chapters past when the name originally happened, and people are still calling him Yaakov.
Yeah, he's coming back and retelling him, stop going by Yaakov. Your name is Israel. And so that's interesting. Because he still had, I guess he was, Yaakov represent kind of that old man.
Man, good point. It's kind of like us, man. Like don't get me wrong, people at work still call me by, my government name or whatever, but that's not where I'm headed. You know what I mean? Right. That's not, Kenaniah, it's Yah has established or Yah has caused it to be, because that's what's happened to me. That's that's what I want to answer to. And I don't like what my government. It's not a bad name or anything, but it just it's the past. It's that old man.
Khan. Yeah. I refer to that as my slave name, and now that I have knowledge, I'm free from that slave mentality. So, you want to get rid of that and not have that be a part of you, who you are. But, to go through a whole name change, not unreasonable, but man, it's a lot for, it should be, like, oh, you want to change your name for so-called Negroes? It should be like, oh, you want to update your name, or what do you want it to be? And that should be it. It shouldn't have to be anything outside of that. Like, you was once property, now you supposed to not be property.
That's
So
right.
what do you want to change it? So my plan is, we'll get up out of here, and when I get to where I really want to be established, I'm gonna have it done there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do it in this raggedy place. I'm gonna do it.
God.
I'm gonna do it where I really want to be established. So that way the people there can know me by Hazaki Yahu, Bidi Yehuda Yisrael,
That's right.
and not my slave name, but
Mm-hmm.
it'll be what it is until that time. Verse number 11. And the Most High said unto him, I am El Shaddai. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of you, and kings shall come out of your loins.
Hallelujah.
Praise God. That'll be so powerful to find out. I'm going to have kings out of me, from me.
God.
That's a barakah to hear that from the messenger of the Most High. Verse 12. And the land in which I gave Abraham and Isaac to you, I will give it, and to your seed after you will I give the land. Praise God. We need that land.
Mm-hmm.
We need that land. Boy, we need that land. Verse 13. And the Most High went up from him in the place where he had talked with him. And that's another thing too that we're missing. Where the Most High will come and sup with us like
Indeed.
that. I hear some brothers mention that, and all praises if that's what you're getting. But I read in the text that he said, I'm gonna hide my face from them and see what their end should be. So if he's supping with some brothers, all praises that you're getting that. I would love to have that happen with me. Somebody that I know. Show yourself if you are willing. But verse 14. And Yaakov set up a pillar in the place where he talked with him, even a pillar of stone, and poured a drink offering thereon. And he poured oil thereon. And Yaakov called the name of the place where the Most High spake with him, Bethel, house of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And they journeyed from Bethel, and there was but a little way to come to
Epharat.
Etharat, Khan. And Raquel travailed, and she had hard labor. Now, remember back at, I believe in 33, when Laban caught up with them, and he said, "You've taken my idols."
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob said, whatever man took your idols, let him die.
Khan.
Yeah.
Khan.
But he didn't, and it specifically told us that he didn't know that she had did it. So,
And this
I'm
is
sure
the repercussions of that action.
kind, and he put a curse on her without even realizing it. So she had hard labor. Verse 17, and it came to pass when she was in hard labor that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, you shall not leave this son You shall have this son also. Verse 18. And it came to pass, as her soul was in departing, for she died, she called his name Ben O Nah. Ben Onai?
Been on. I'm not sure. I'm been on now.
Looks like Ben Onai. We'll look at it here. But his father called him Benjamin. So let's check it out. This first name, that may be something bad, and
something painful or something,
Yeah.
Been on knee.
Benoni. Okay. Benoni. I get it.
Strong's H1126. Bane.
What?
Right. Second entry.
Bane.
Right.
Okay, if you say so. Looks like Ben Onai to me. N-I. Ben O-E, as they break it down here. When you look at it in transliteration, Ben O-N-I, Ben O-N-E, Benoni. Bane. I don't know how you get Bane. That reminds me that was that character on Batman.
That's what I was thinking of. Bane, Khan.
Yeah, how they pronounced it, but I'm sure it wasn't spelled like this. But I don't know, maybe it
was. I should have known it was son of something.
Yeah,
when we saw the Ben in there,
Yeah, son of my sorrow. So she didn't keep that. So that's why he changed the son of my sorrow. And then give it to Benjamin by Raquel. Son of my sorrow. Original name of Benjamin. Let's check out Benjamin. He's be the warrior tribe of Israel.
Yeah, Khan. Renowned for left-handed soldiers as well.
Khan. Benjamin. I've heard people say Benjamin. It kind of goes how you just come out here, I guess. Benjamin, son of the right hand. If that's something.
Yeah,
I guess as him being the youngest, he planned to keep him the closest, I guess. Especially with his mother passing away. She was the beloved wife.
Indeed.
Kobe Yates' youngest son, Joseph's full brother. That's interesting. Son of Bilhan, grandson of Benjamin, a Benjamite. Son of Benjamin. This is all of this is connected to him. So that's interesting. To Benjamin, I mean. So, all right, let's get back. And call his name Benjamin. And Raquel died. Verse 19. I'm bad at calling these verses like I should. Verse 19. And Raquel died and was buried in the way to say it again for me.
Ephrath.
We need to look at that because I missed that. I didn't need to look at that one in the previous verse. Let me look at that real quick. Which is Bethel. So it was changed to Bethel. Ephrath. Yeah, you hit it on the head, huh?
I'm Hebrew, huh?
Hallelujah. Boy. Yeah, so that was a couple ways you can kind of pronounce it. Ephrath or F-Ha or
Ephrata.
Yeah. Ash heap, place of fruitfulness, place near Bethel, where Rachel died and was buried. Another name for Bethlehem. Bethlehem. This was a wife of Caleb as well, who was named Bethel. Or not Bethel, but Bethel Rock. Con. Let's continue here on the way to Eliphaz, which is Bethlehem. And verse 20, and Jacob set a pillar up on her grave. That is the pillar of Rachel's grave until this day.
Con. Going back to that previous verse,
Uh-huh.
Ephrath, how that's also a name for Bethlehem.
Uh-huh.
These are definitely our people. We rename just about everything, or we have a couple of different names for cities. You know what I mean? Like Indianapolis is Naptown. You know what I mean? Like Louisville, the Ville.
Right.
That's how we do, man.
That's a good observation, Doc. That's a good observation. Yes, indeed. That's definitely still in the DNA of this people. We always have a nickname. Love some nicknames.
Indeed.
Verse 21. It says, "And Israel journeyed." Look, that's interesting. It's calling them Israel here.
Mm-hmm.
And Israel journeyed and spread his tent beyond the tower of Edar. Let's check out where Edar is. I think we've seen that before, have we?
I don't remember seeing that one.
You don't recall that one? Wow. So what did I click on?
Right, but I think that's the same one.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is the first place. That's interesting because it opened up into something completely different.
Migdal.
Let's see how they pronounce it.
Strong's H 4029. Migdal Eder. Migdal Eder.
So A-Y they say is A.
Okay, con.
Eder. So that's interesting. All right. That's how they say it at least. Wonder how our ancestors said it.
Mm-hmm.
Tower of a flock, a shepherd's watchtower near Bethel. Tower of a flock, yeah. Place in Palestine and Car. Yeah, so this is the only place that it shows up in the text. So I wonder why they shortened it like that and did just put the whole word right there.
Yeah, con.
That's interesting. I thought I clicked on the wrong thing. I'm like, what did I click on?
Yeah. It looked like a totally different word, man.
Yeah, it did. Absolutely. Verse 22. And it came to pass when Israel dwelled in the land that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine. And Israel heard it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. What?
All right.
Yeah. So I was baffled by this when I first heard it. And, praises to the Most High. Our Quab had got into, I guess, some deeper studies. And what he said, because you see this in a couple of different places, what tends to happen at this time is when one is trying to take charge or dominance,
mm-hmm.
they will lay with the wives of the father.
Yeah, con. He had brought out a study a couple of months ago on a call I was on, and he had mentioned Reuben, he had mentioned Absalom, somebody else as well.
I believe it was thought to be Ham, but I think it was actually Canaan.
Okay, Khan.
Yeah. So Canaan tried to take that from Noah, and so he laid with his wife. But his name means shame or humiliate. Canaan, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So, but yeah, when you read this, it's like, what? This is like so out of nowhere. Just, oh, by the way, when Israel was dwelling in the land, Reuben went and laid with his concubine. Like, what?
Right.
Like, no warning, no, hey, Dad, you mind or nothing? I mean, just did it. Like, my gracious. How you look your father in the eye after that,
I'm thinking along with, because we've read about how Israel, well, he was known as Jacob when he had told all his household to get rid of the idols.
Right.
So it would seem, along with having an attachment to these idols, they were also attached with some of the ways of the people that they were around. This might have been something that was not so strange for these other nations that were around our ancestors.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Considering that they had been among Laban for all that time, for those 20 years, and Reuben being the eldest, he would have been
saw a lot.
Yeah, he would have been around the longest, so he would have had the most influence. Would have been on him. So, it never really discussed the relationship between Laban, his grandfather, and him, or any of the children. Well, we did see when they were having their heated conversation, he said, "These are my children. These women are my daughters, and these children are my children." Which, as a grandfather, that's what the scripture says. It doesn't say grandfather. That's something that we've come to grips with in this land, to kind of keep it in order. When we read in 25, when it listed the sons of Keturah, it said, it listed the children that she had, and then it listed the children that they had, and they said all of these were her sons. So, we kind of away from that now. We think of it as each house, each person representing the house of their own. But that's not how, I guess that's not how a tribe works. Verse 23. And the sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simeon, and Levi, and Yehuda, and Issachar, and Zebulun. How do we say Zebulun?
Like you just said, it's like two O's instead of that U.
Zebulun, yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, I had to look at that again. Zebulun, yeah, Zebulun. Khan. And that was
exalted.
Khan. I'm trying to remember talking about again, which one was that was wrestled? Oh man, it's so hard to keep all these.
Wrestled was it was one of the handmaid's sons, and it might be
Nathalie.
Because Nathalie.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Khan. Okay. Khan. Okay. All right. And the sons of verse 24, and the sons of, I was thinking Zebulun, but it's Nathalie. Khan. Okay. Khan. Verse 24. And the sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin, and the sons of Bilhah, Rachel's handmaid, Dan and Naphtali. And the sons of Zilpah, Leah's handmaid, Gad and Asher. These were the sons of Jacob, which were born to him in Padan. And Jacob came unto Isaac his father unto Mamre, unto the city of Arba. You call it that. I'm like, I first looked at that and my first thought was Arab something. And yeah, I'm not. Let's continue here. Which is Hebron, and Abraham and Isaac sojourn. And the days of Isaac were 104 years. 180 years old.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 180, man.
Kind. And Isaac gave up the ghost and died and was gathered unto his people, being old and full of days. And his son Esau and Jacob buried him. Yeah, that was a smooth chapter there.
Yeah, I guess one of the things that stands out to me, and we mentioned it before, how there was a point where our patriarchs were possessors of idols. Something that I've looked over before, but it's at the point where Yaakov becomes Yashral, and before that point, like, he had already been called that, but the Most High reiterates that after he tells his household to put these idols away. He's, you're my representative, is what the Most High is saying. And they put these idols away. He's now known as Yasharal, and they are the terror of the Most High. You know what I mean? Was in the land and upon them.
Yes. Yeah, that was the most interesting. Is that they slew all those Canaanites, and they were able to walk out of there with no problem because they feared, and which is kind of reasonable at the same time, because if somebody they kill the whole city, what we gonna do? We got together, but at the same time, you gather yourselves together, but same thing. So interesting bunch of information there, and a lot to gather and to reflect on, and it's a barakah definitely to be able to go over these and refer back. So this next chapter, I think, is going to be very interesting and very lengthy, because we have a lot of names we're going to have to get into. So let's go ahead and get right to it here. Chapter 36, and the headline says Esau moves, and that's referenced in Chronicles. Because it gives us some of the same information, which it kind of gives you that link. That's pretty cool. Bible Gateway. I didn't realize that was a thing when I just hover over it, and it gives us, references it, the whole thing, and you can even click more and get. Oh, it's gonna take us away. I didn't mean to do that. So okay, let's go back. But that's interesting. I like that that feature, that hyperlink there. So verse 36. If you won't mind, I'll go ahead and pick this one up.
It's the book of Genesis, Bereshit, chapter 36, verse 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan, Adah, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite, and Aldabamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon, the Hivite, and Bashemath, Ishmael's daughter, sister of Nebahoth. And Adah bare Esau, Eliphaz. And Bashemath bare Ruel. And Ano and Aobama bare Yahush. And Yamal, Yalam, and Kor. These are the sons of Esau, which were born unto him in the land of Canaan.
All right, well, pause right there. Let's go ahead and get into these names, starting with Eliphaz here. Yeah, because we looked at the wives' names in the previous chapters. I don't remember all of them what they mean, but let's have a look at Eliphaz. Wow.
Indeed. I remember looking at this before, and
Wow.
yeah, that's something, man. Totally contradicting, the names of Yasharal, and his sons. They're giving the glory to the Most High, whereas Esau is giving the glory to materialistic things.
Wow. And that's what they're about today, to this day. They rich in gold, and they use that oil money to buy whatever they want. They import everything, and they've gone so far even to make the desert into something green, and they got the largest building in the world out there. They trying to ascend up to the Shamayim, just way out there, just way wild, and it's undeniable. It's undeniable, When this is my first time seeing this name. I don't need to be saying it, but wow, it's fine gold.
Yeah.
It's gold.
What I'm glad is, a lot of times we will see certain names of different nations where our ancestors would take on the same name, but what I'm glad to see is that none of our ancestors went that far to name their children something like this, man.
Hey, but you know what's most sad? I bet you, I guarantee you that there's a Negro in the earth today that has called their son this very name.
Wow, I pray it ain't so.
I'm
but
sure.
you know what?
I'm
You're
sure,
right.
because they don't look it up. They just see it in the book and think it's okay.
Right. But I look at it. I had a homeboy back in the early 2000s, and named his son Cash.
Wow. Yeah, that's a common name, actually.
Yeah,
that's a common name. That name was on that series Power. That little boy with that woman from Basketball Wives. Her son. That was her son's name.
Okay, Con.
Yeah. Another secular reference, but yeah, that's a common name. That's not just. That's why I mentioned it. It's not just that situation. It's common. But yeah.
and I'm not trying to demonize any of our people who are we're lost and we're destroyed people, but Mercedes, man, I'm gonna send you something that one of my coworkers sent me just the other day when we get offline, and it was of a child's name. It's gonna blow your mind, man. And they probably thought that they were doing something good. They were probably proud of that name that they named their child.
I'm sure, and it's I'm sure. It's sad. It is sad. Let's check out this Beshamath. Let's say my bad. Slika. That's the wife, and this is the name that we're trying to look at. And you can see that ALE is in there. Raul. Let's see what he's talking about. Friend of, okay. Well, that's almost acceptable. The question is, who is this God? Who is this that he's referencing? Because we don't see Yah in there, of course.
Yeah, but I had seen that name before, and I guess this is probably the first time that we see it. But I did know that there was another name for Jethro.
Oh, okay, Khan. Yeah, he was. And he was. And that's a good pick. That's a good observation, because he was a
Midianite priest.
Midian. Yeah, Midianite. Khan. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Sons of, so see what other information they have. Anything else in here? I don't see anything really. Friends. Yeah, the name. Yep, here it is. The name of Moshe's father-in-law, also of an Edomite and an Israelite. Yeah, so. All right, verse. Oh, you started in verse 5 here. Let's see what this name was. That's a difficult. Now you see all these. Oh my. Uha
Ba ma.
Wow. How they get ooh from I guess AH make ooh.
Well.
Okay. Tent of the high place, wife of Esau and Edomite chieftain.
Chieftain.
Okay. Okay. So this is referencing the
it's
wife
one of the
well.
wives, isn't it?
Yeah, kind. I was thinking that was the son. Yeah, look, I'm not looking at the whole thing. She bear. This is the name we're trying to look at.
Yerush.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
He's a assembler. Interesting. Assembler. Benjamin's son. He took one of those that ended up in Benjamin.
Yeah,
Benjamin's son for him. But that's not a bad name.
Nah, assembler, you good with your hands.
Yeah, kind. Yeah. Yeah, it's only these couple of places here. Let's move on. And
Ya'alam.
am I on the wrong spot?
No, you right. H3281. Yeah, right there.
Okay, Oh, okay, because okay, you making it. You putting that. Yeah, okay, come.
Ya'alam.
I'm thinking I'm looking at something wrong. Yeah, that's interesting. So that JAA is they putting Yah right there.
Okay.
Concealed. Edomite descendant of Esau. That's all we get out of him. Edomite descendant of Esau. That's it.
Probably, how we saw with the Hamites, didn't he get a lot of information from them? Well, no, it was actually the other sons of Abraham, and we kind of concluded that they mixed in with some of those more well-known tribes of Keturah.
Okay. Yeah, that was the case, I believe. These are his first 3 sons.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they all extensions of him. But kind of the standouts you had in his grandchildren, which we'll see. What is that son named? That grandson? Amalek.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah.
You know,
he's mentioned in Psalms 83.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah.
But you know, whenever I see that name, and y'all forgive me if I'm off, but I want to spit at the ground whenever I see an Amalek.
Kind. Okay. All right. That's interesting. Yeah, it's ironic because the camps teach that Amalek is the people in the land now. Like, I don't think so.
Yeah, nah, they're not Shemitic people.
Semitic people, exactly. But they don't fit their narrative. So, all right. Sons of
Korah.
Oh, we look at okay. Oh, my bad. We look Korah. Let's see. Korah. Rock. Rakh. Rock.
Korah.
Bald. I guess he came out with no hair.
Right.
Esau came out hairy, and this joke was bald. Correct. All right. Son of Levi. Grandson of Levi. Okay. Con. All right. And the sons of born to him the land of Canaan. All right. Verse 6.
It's the book of Bereshit, chapter 36, verse 6. And Esau took his wives and his sons and his daughters and all the persons of his house and his cattle and all his beasts and all his substance which he had got in the land of Canaan, and went into the country from the face of his brother Jacob.
Okay. Pause right there. I'm going to take this. Yeah, I'm going to take those off. So, all right. That makes it a little bit smoother. Go right ahead.
Verse 7. For their riches were more than they might dwell together, and the land wherein they were strangers could not bear them because of their cattle. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
This is so ironic because it's like now Isaac has passed away, and now Esau is moving.
But we read before that's where Jacob or Israel was on his way to meet him at.
Right. He told him I will come to Seir. So like he was already there, and he sent messenger to Seir.
And if I hadn't read verse 7 where it says that the land was not able to bear all of their cattle, I would have said that that this is not in chronological order of events. I would have said that this had happened before Israel had come into the land, but that's not what we just read. We just read that they moved to somewhere else because of Israel's cattle and his cattle.
Right. They didn't have enough, kind of like Lot and Abraham.
Yeah,
So, yeah. So that was actually I'm flipping back here in this other one. On its way. I'm trying to remember where it was at. Flocks and man service. It must have been 31. Yeah. Let's go down here. I just want to see. Jacob was wroth and chose with Laban. Stole away by the night. Sworn down. Early morning, raised and rose up. So yeah, Laban left at chapter 55. So it had to have been 32. Jacob went on his way.
Yeah,
and
verse
an angel,
3.
so he dealt with Khan. And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau, his brother, unto the land of Seir, the country of Edom. So this is
okay, but you know what? I'm looking at it now. One of them is saying the land of Seir, and the other one is specifically identifying Mount Seir. You know, which is okay. The land of Seir would be where Mount Seir is, of course, but it's almost like he's going closer to Mount Seir, like with his people, and like they're, you see what I'm saying? Like, if I'm making any sense.
Remember when we were reading this, I was thinking, how did he know this at being gone 20 years? How did he know where Esau is? You know, it seemed like he would be at his father's house, but you know, Esau had 3 wives before he left, before Jacob left. So when Jacob was getting ready to leave, that's when he went to Ishmael and said, "Oh, you're going to Laban to get you a wife. I'm going to Ishmael to get me a wife."
So he could have been anywhere, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you'd think he was establishing his house, so of course, but maybe he had been in contact with his mother, and you know, maybe, I mean, that's a speculation because we don't get that information here, but to see specifically that he's sending a messenger to Esau at Seir in the country of Edom, that's telling us here, the country of Edom, that tells us that he's already established there.
Yeah,
you know, so when we get to 36, and it's like, maybe it's just kind of reiterating, kind of like chapter 1 and then chapter 2. Chapter 1 states it, and then chapter 2 kind of tells you how it came to be. But it's still not, even that being the case, this is still not as solid as, it doesn't make as much sense to me as it should. Because it's obvious that Esau's, I was under the impression he was established in Seir already. How Jacob came across that information, that's just some, you know, bits that were left out.
Yeah, some information that we're not privy to and that's not relayed in the story. Right. You know,
right? Exactly. So I mean, that's just is what it is. It could have been, yes, he could have been in contact with his mother. She could have even maybe came to see him, you know, and maybe Isaac too. I don't know. You know, she told him where to go. We know the servant knew where it was because he went and got, well, that servant probably died. He was the oldest servant in Abraham's house. And Isaac was an old man at this time. So, yeah, that servant was probably dead. But, you know, he would have been talking. He wouldn't have just died without, you know, he was eager to tell that story. But, okay, we'll continue. Go ahead. We at verse 9.
Let's see.
Okay.
It's the book of Bereshit, chapter 36, verse 9. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Adah, the wife of Esau; Reuel, the son of Bashemath, the wife of Esau. And the sons of Eliphaz were Taman, Omar, Zepho, and Gatam, and Kenaz.
Okay, we'll pause right there. Let's go ahead and get into these names. We knew it's going to be quite a bit of them. I think T-Man is a city in, T-Man means south. Okay.
You know, and you know, I want to say that there's a place in somewhere in Arabia that's
okay, T-Man. Yeah. T-Man and D-Dan. So
indeed.
I think I want to say T-Man or D-Dan was one of the children of
Ham, wasn't it?
Ham. Yeah, it was Ham's son.
Let's see. It would have been Canaan.
No, it wasn't Canaan. It was one of the other ones. Put. I want to say Put.
Okay, Khan.
Yeah, I want to say it was Put. Put. Yeah, because it wasn't Canaan. We can go back and look at that too.
Genesis 3:11.
3:11, you find it?
No, I hadn't found it, but I just when you were scrolling down, I saw that it's first mentioned in Genesis 3:11.
Oh, come look, I'm going right past it. Okay, come. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So, matter of fact, let's open that link in a different window here. That way we don't lose where we are.
Come.
Region, so you don't try to send it with some people. Oh no, it wasn't T-Man. It was D-Dan, I believe. So we haven't got to D-Dan yet. So yeah, we'll see that. We should see that here. But yeah, his name means south.
Okay,
so that's basically what the name of two Edomites, the region descended and one of them south, T-Man. All right. So that was
it was Timon.
Okay. So now let's go to Omar. Now that's a common name in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Speaker or eloquent. Omar. Grandson of Esau. Talkative? Interesting. Perhaps eloquent and talkative. Okay. Nothing really deep there. Zeppo. What?
Zeppo. You know, in the Bantu tongue, like that TS makes that Z still to this day, still makes that Z sound. Like Shaka Zulu, like it has that it's not I've read that it was Tashaka but it looked like Tashaka, but it was actually Shaka. But yeah, they do different things with that. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Son of Eliphaz. Watchtower is what his name means. Grandson, chief of the Edomites. One of the chiefs of the Edomites. So this is one of the tops here. Okay. I do mean Zepho. Nothing in the world make me envy these people.
Not at all.
Nothing. Not a thing. Not all the money they got. Nothing.
Got him.
That's sure it look like. Hey, right. Arab means to ambush. And then his name is Got him. Got Tim Tom Tawm. Got Tom. Yeah, let's see how they
Strong's H 1609. Gatam.
A Berry Valley.
Burnt.
Well, I'm tripping. Burnt. Slick eye. Yeah, my eyes are crossing already. A Burnt Valley. Son of. Okay. Yeah, this look a lot like Ghana for real. And
right.
That's interesting. All right, let's go back. And
Kanaz, I used to like that name, and I wasn't under the impression that it was an Edomite name. I thought, because I want to say that there was Caleb. Yeah, Caleb had a brother named Kenaz. Yeah.
Yeah. I have yet to see it debunked, but I believe Caleb was either a Edomite or a Canaanite.
Well, see, I was under the impression that Caleb was from Judah.
Judah, yeah, he dwelled among Judah. He dwelled among Judah, but he was not. He was not. Definitely was not Judah. For certain. Now, I admit the Sons of Thunder brothers did debunk Job and Jobab being the same person. Because I was under that ideology as well, that Job and Jobab were the same. And when you go into it, it's not. Job lived. He had a longer life than anybody at the time of Moses.
Okay.
After the time of Moses. So he must have been earlier, at an early beginning. And we know that Esau came right close. Yeah, right close to the time that Jacob did.
Yeah,
so they wouldn't have been that far apart to where, they would have been so far spread.
Now, what evidence do we have that Caleb would have been someone other than an Israelite though?
So if we go to Exodus, actually it's Joshua. I want to say chapter 3. I want to say 3. Let's take a look. Levi's bear and Joshua magnify children. Maybe let's look at 2 here. So none shouldn't spy Jericho. Trying to remember off the top, but I can't remember the chapter. Maybe it's 4. It was before he met Hamashiach, I want to say, but I may be wrong. It may be after he met Hamashiach in 5. Came to pass, Sib, travel man, and it's where he talked about when he came in. He came into when he was 40. When the Most High, he was 2 score.
All right, love you, baby. Sleep tight.
10 days. Yeah. Let me look it up here.
And see, I was under the impression that Caleb and Joshua ben Nun were the only 2 spies that Moses had sent out that had a good report.
That is accurate.
Okay.
2 score 10. 4 score. Oh gracious. It's when he was. It's not 4. I know it's not 5. Let me see. Choose Israel, so Jordan commanded the stones. Joshua and Reuben. Oh, you know what? It was further down because they haven't even went to the. It was after Rahab the harlot.
Okay.
Expired. Oh, that's in Numbers. So he said specifically, I'm as strong now as I was then. He said he was 40 years old then, and I
Okay.
want to say he was in his 80s.
That was
And
that's in Judges, I want to say, like right before, because Caleb outlives Joshua.
You said Judges. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I know Caleb passes away after Joshua does, and I'm thinking Judges 1. Judges 1 or 2.
Yeah, definitely Caleb. Definitely Joshua. Children of against and Yehuda, Simeon. Okay, I remember this where they went and set the city on fire and tore everything down. Let's go to 24. Joshua gathered all the tribes and the people and gave. Man, I wish I can. I can't even remember what the specific words he said. He said I was because he didn't use regular time. He used that. I want to say basically he said I was 40 years old when I came to when I came, and I'm as strong now as I was then. Let me try that. I am as strong now as I was then. KJV. Show me what I'm looking for. 14. Okay, this might be it. This may be it.
Okay.
14:11. This may be what I'm looking for here. Commanded Moses, children of Israel, divide the land. In verse 6. Yeah, verse 6. And Caleb, the son of. Yeah, when you look at this here,
Uh-huh.
this is not Israel. This is not Israel. This is a foreigner.
And you know what? I want to say the Kenizzites, they dwelt with us.
Right.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. Those are I want to say he was I think he was Canaan. I think he was a Canaanite. You know, his name means dog. And you remember how Mashiach said it's better to have a living dog than a dead lion.
Con.
In reference to Caleb, 40 years. Yeah, he did say 40 years old. Look, I said that wrong, and I had that wrong in my mind. Verse 6, it says, Now the children of Yehuda came unto Joshua in Gilgal, and Caleb, the son of, you see how I did that? And Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
So it's mentioning the children of Yehuda, and then it goes to and Caleb, and it
So
adds him
it just would have included him with that if he was Judah.
if he was Yehuda. Yes, he would have been the children of Yehuda.
Wow.
And said unto him, You knowest the thing which Yehuda which Yehuda said unto Moshe, the man of the Most High, concerning me. These, me and you, in that place. 40 years old was I when Moses, the servant of Yahuwah, sent me to that place to spy out the land. And I brought him word again as it was in my heart. Nevertheless, my brethren that went up with me made the heart of the people melt. But I wholly followed Yahuwah, my power. And Moses swore on that day, saying, Surely the land whereon your feet are trodden shall be your inheritance. Now, what was the inheritance for Israel?
It was the land.
Exactly. It was the land, but it was the land that was promised to our fathers.
Mm-hmm.
He promised this to our fathers. But he said, and Moses swore on that day, saying, surely the land whereon your feet trodden shall be your inheritance, and your children's forever, because you have wholly followed Yahuwah, my power. So he's even giving him a separation here.
Con.
And now, behold, Yahuwah hath kept me alive, and he said, these 40 and 5 years. So now he's 85 years old. He was 40 years old when he went to spy out the land. He's kept him alive 40 and 5 more years. Even since Yahuwah spake those words to Moshe, while the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness, and now, lo, I am this day 85 years old. So now he's 85.
Con.
And yet am I as strong this day as I was in the day that Moshe sent me, as my strength was then, even so is my strength now, for war, both to go out and to come in. So he said, I'm war ready. I'm 85, but I'm feel like I'm 40.
Con.
That's got to be a barakah. Now, therefore, give me this mount whereof Yahuwah spake unto that day, and for you have heard in the day of the whatever you say that, and Kings
And the kings. Yep.
and Akeem now there and the city of the great and fenced. So yeah, I mean, through that conversation right there, you see a lot of not so much him being Israel.
Included. Yeah, included in.
Exactly.
But we know that Hebron is, that's in the land of Yehuda. So I've
Right.
just always, I've always.
Yeah. Well, it lists him with the children of Yehuda. But you know what it says that about the stranger, whatsoever tribe that they wish they can dwell, when a stranger come in. And so yeah, he was even here, verse 14. Hebron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb, the son of. I always tell you who he is,
Mm-hmm.
that's normal for us. Unto this day, because he wholly followed Yahuwah, power of Israel. He didn't follow Yahuwah his power; he followed Yahuwah the power of Israel. And the name of Hebron before was that which. That's that word we just saw.
Arba.
Hebron, yeah, was great man among Anakim, and the land rest from war. So yeah, but that's what it is. It's Numbers 14 or Judges 14, and I couldn't remember that, but praise God brought it back to me. So
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't outright say this is but if you look up that, matter of fact, let's get that since we're on the subject here. Let's go to a new window. And Joshua 14.
Sure.
Caleb, the son of, here we go. Let's get this. Caleb, the son of, he will be facing. Is it look from the tribe of Yehuda? It says that, but son of Esau and two Israelites.
You know, I guess, you know, Kenaz. Didn't Yehuda have a son named Kenaz?
Let's see. I'm going into that word now. A descendant of that way. And let's see what we see here. An article, Caleb Numbers, South Canaan, yeah. Enlisted, apparently, South Canaanitish people. Of a Canaanite nation who abode in unknown generation. So, yeah, I was thinking he was either Edom or, but yeah, he's, I think he was Canaan. He was Canaan. Yeah, kind. But you got, did Yehuda have a son named the same name? I mean, we see this name in Edom, which is why I believe I thought it was Esau. He could have been Edom, but no, I think he was definitely Canaan. I think it was definitely Canaan. Because consider, you know, Uriah the Hittite, so it wasn't unusual for them to cross over to us. Yeah. Now the question is, where were we? Oh, we were just looking at this name. So we had verse 12. We didn't read verse 12, did we?
Yeah, we did. Yep. We're ready for no, I'm sorry, we didn't. Yeah, because we hadn't gotten to Amalek yet. Yeah, so we're ready for verse 12.
Okay. All right, Carl.
This is the book of Genesis, Bereshit, chapter 36, verse 12. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adah, Esau's wife.
All right, let's take a look at his name. See what that means. That's one I have not looked up.
Amalek.
Dweller in the valley. Amalek.
Strong's H 6002. Amalek.
Okay. Progenitor. Look at this. And progenitor of a tribe of people in southern Canaan. Son of Esau, and see, Amalek is very ancient people, numbers inhabited in the regions of Palestine between Edom and Mizraim and Dead Sea. Okay, all right, let's continue. We got a lot more names to look at.
Verse 13. And these are the sons of Reuel, Nahath, and Zerah, and Shammah, and Mizah. These were the sons of Bashamath, Esau's wife.
Okay. All right, let's go to Nathan. means rest. So that's supposed to be a Sabbath, I guess. One of the dukes, the rulers of Edom, quiet, name of Edom, and 2 Israelites. Get out of here.
All right.
All right. Let's see what Zerah.
It's a rock.
226.
Rising.
Yeah, rising. Son of, yeah, we're going to there. It's twin brother. Descendants. So that was a common name in that region.
Mm-hmm.
The Israelites were calling their children that. Also of an Idumean and at the
Ethiopian.
oh, that's Ethiopian. Wow. Oh, way off on that one. Okay. Let's see. Rising, son of daughter-in-law. Yeah, Ethiopian who invaded Yehuda in the reign of Asa. All right. And
Shema.
Shema, okay.
Shema.
Yeah. Astonishment. Name of an Edomite before Israelites. That is crazy to me. I'd be like, what he name his children? Oh, we stayed away from that.
Right. Don't go over
there. Right, exactly. We're not sharing that. Nothing close. And it probably has significantly different pronunciation, but as they translated it, like I was surprised to find out my name Hazaki Yahu means Yah has strengthened. And if I'm not mistaken, then I probably need to look it up. But I believe Amaziah means Yah has strengthened as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that means the same thing, even though it's pronounced completely different. Hazaki Yahu or Hazaki Yah, and then Amaziah. I believe.
Two different names. But there's a Kenaniah, Yah has established, or Yah causes to be. There's another word that means the same thing as well. It's and I forget exactly what it is now, but
okay. So yeah, it's common. It's common. I think it's not so much that they use the same names. They're probably using different names with the same meaning. Mm-hmm. And so once they've gotten them all these years later, they just end up condensing them. Like that's the same thing as that. So, let those be the same. So, yeah. So that could be what we see here. Let's see what this is. So, did we look at this one? No, we looked at that one.
Yeah, we're ready for Mizah.
Okay.
Mizah.
Fear. I got one with my coat off, and then I took it off, and now I'm cool. Yeah, fear. Now I'm feeling cool. So unusual. Son of Ruel, grandson of Esau, rise out of root, out of fear, terror, Mizah. Trepidation. All right. These are the sons of Esau's wife. All right, so we have 14 now.
All right. And these were the sons of Ahalababa, Salakia. Ahala Bama.
Yeah, her name.
The daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon, Esau's wife. And she bare to Esau Yerush and Ya'alam and Kor. These were dukes of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn son of Esau, Duke Taman, Duke Omar, Duke Zepho, Duke Kanaz,
Okay,
Duke
pause right
Kor.
there. Pause right there. All right. Before we go any further, I do want to look at that H441.
Aloof.
Who call themselves Dukes of the Earth today?
Gone.
Not the same thing. Tame, docile, friend. What's the definition? Okay, well, yeah. Duke 57 times, God 4 times, friend 2 times, governor 2 times, captains 1 time, governor, and then ox. Oh, governors and then governor. So Duke 57 times. So why don't give us? I had to find the word with the same word. Duke. That don't make sense. Well, they put Duke there. Okay. So in Exodus, I don't have to go there. Let's go down here and see what it says. Calls it in Exodus. So we get all of these. In Bereshit, we get all these dukes. In the Chronicles.
Yeah, you scroll past it. It's back up.
Oh, Exodus?
Yep,
Oh,
there it is.
right. And the Dukes of Edom. Yeah, it's the same thing. I wanted to see it in a different form, is what I was looking at it, like not Dukes, but in a different translation.
Like a governor or something, or ox.
Yeah, Psalms. But it was you, a man, mine equal, my God, and mine acquaintance. My God.
Yeah, right there. It's used as an ox. It's kind of hard to understand, how those are the same thing.
Right. That's unusual to say. The forward man sow his strife and whisperer sparing separated. I'm tripping. I need to do better. Separated chief's friends. So it's used as friend here in those two instances. God here, and then ox. But I was like a lamb, or an ox that brought to the slaughter. Here's captains. You have taught them to be captains and as chiefs, and as chief over you. God is interesting because I wouldn't look at God and think anything like that. Trust not in a friend, put you not confidence in a God. I mean, that would seem like somebody that's taking you to a place. Well, I guess that's like a leader, though. Somebody that's guiding you. So, yeah, that makes sense. So that does make sense. Here it is in governor. And I will take away his blood out of his mouth and his abomination from where his teeth. But he that remaineth, even he, shall be for our power, and he shall be as a governor of Judea and Esron of as a Jebusite. So governor in those couple of places there. So it's I mean, it says that these are the chief. These were the chiefs of these men. That's what you just read.
Mm-hmm.
And the sons of these were dukes of the sons of Esau. The sons of were firstborn, and so on and so forth. So, all right, let's continue.
All right.
I definitely believe it's governor, leader, guide, somebody like that that is in charge. Somebody with power.
Indeed.
Basically.
Yep.
That's basically what it means. So same thing. That's why I kind of use ox there, because ox is known for what? Power.
Indeed.
That's why you use them to till the ground. So that was 16, right?
Actually, we had made it down to well, yeah, maybe we did stop at 16.
Okay, because
Yeah.
look, we read. Okay, come. Yeah, because I wanted to see what that duke was.
Yep.
We've looked at these other words. We looked at Amalek, and so go ahead. We'll do 16 and go through 17. And I think we all have to go into. We've gone through all these names, so
Yeah,
we'll have to
indeed.
come back to those. So we can read on down. Let me close this up. I think we got a little ways we can cover here. Go ahead.
All right. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36, verse 17. And these are the sons of Reuel, Esau's son: Duke Nahath, Duke Zerah, Duke Shammah, Duke Mizah. These are the dukes that came of Reuel in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Bashemath, Esau's wife. And these are the sons of Alabamah, Esau's wife: Duke Yahush, Duke Ya'malam, Duke Korah. These are the dukes that came of Alabamah, the daughter of Anah, Esau's wife.
Mm-hmm.
These are the sons of Esau, who is Edom, and these are their dukes. These are the sons of Seir, the Horite, who inhabited the land, Lotan, and Shabal, and Zibeon, and Anah.
Okay, we'll pause right here. Let's see what this Horite is. And I don't remember if we looked at that before.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen or you know what we did, yeah.
Horite, okay, yeah. Cave dweller, look at that.
Yeah, because I want to say we had mentioned I'm trying to think if that was this, like if I was studying that here. Yeah. Back in because we looked at the cave dweller.
Yeah, 14, 6, 36, 1. That's what we at now, 36, 1 and 2, 36, 20. Okay, con. So, okay, that's interesting. All right, who would have the land of, let's see what this is, Lotan, covering, eldest son of Seir. Okay, let's go back.
Shabal.
And Shabbat, yeah.
Shobal. Flowing.
Yeah, Shabbat, yeah. Flowing, second son. Now, it's ironically as we go through this, I got to pause for just a moment because it's making me think. We're looking at now the children of Esau, and we go back to Bereshit chapter 10, and that's the last place we really see the children of Japheth. So we've gotten some more information about the Hamites, the children of Ham. We've gotten a lot of information of the children of Shem. Even until we looked up the children of Israel, all those 12 patriarchs, and now we're into the children of Esau, and not since Genesis Bereshit 10 have we seen any children of
Japhet.
Japhet. Yeah, Khan. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, Khan. So, we looked at this one. Let's look at Silveron. Zebulon, yeah. Colored. So much for that Esau, the so-called white man stuff. Yeah, I think anybody who reads this book is like, that's comical.
Right.
Yeah. If you read this and have done any kind of scholarship, that's just comical. But some people still say it. Some people still push it. And some people believe that somehow it did happen. That the Romans somehow went from being Japheth's children to Esau's children.
Yeah, Khan.
Yeah. Answer.
Well, I know that we can't always follow the book of Yasher that we have, right?
Right.
That most people are aware of. Now we know that there is a book of Yasher, but we question the authenticity. You know what I'm saying, of the book that we have. But in that book, it does talk about some of the Edomites going to the land of Chittim, and but
yeah. I mean, but here's the reality. This is where we always got to get it in our minds, because yes, did they go to the land of Chittim? Yes. Did Chittim come and take over Israel and take over them? Yes, they did that. The Romans did that. They took over all of that. And guess what? We've been here for 400 plus years. And are we all now Edom? I mean, are we all now so-called white people?
Not at all.
Exactly. So even if that was the case, it still doesn't change the nationality.
Right. So it would still be your fat,
Exactly. But to think that somehow that they went in there and slaughtered every man, like the two brothers of Dinah did, killed all the men, took the women and the children, and I guess they would have killed the boys too after a certain age, because you're gonna raise up yourself an enemy.
And the scripture tells us you are what your father is. So some of these men of Chittim were still Chittim that might have taken a woman of Edom. You know what I mean? So they might have had the curly hair. You know what I mean? That comes with being a Semitic person, but you still your father.
You still a seed of your father, yeah, regardless of what that seed looked like. So I wouldn't want to destroy my seed, but all right. Verse 21. Excuse me.
Khan, you said verse 21?
Khan.
All right. And Deshawn and Ezra and Deshawn, these are the dukes of the Horites, the children of Seir, in the land of Edom.
All right. Now, did we look at these, Deshawn?
No, we didn't. That's the first time we've come across those two. Or those three, rather.
Yeah, Deshawn. Okay. That's a common name in Israel now. Thrasher? Is that right?
Let's see. Thresher. Yep.
Thresher. Okay, Thresher. What Thresher be? Fifth son of Simeon. Deshawn. Same. 2 Edomites. Deshawn. A species of gazelle, so-called, from the leaping and bounding in the roots. What? What are you talking about?
All right.
I'm asking you about this dude's name, and this is what you tell me. Okay. All right. Let's move on. let's waste time on that.
Ezra.
Yeah. As Sir.
Esther.
Yeah. Treasure. Chief of the Horites. And that's it on him. So let's move on. Deshawn. Yeah, Deshawn.
Deshawn. That's a common name in our community as well.
Kind. Yeah, that is. Deshawn, Thresher, fifth son of Seir. Okay, kind. All right. These are the dukes of the Horites, children of Seir, land of Edom. Verse 22. And the children of Latan
Khan.
were Hori and Heman. And Latane's sister was Tamina. Wow. That's Jimmy Snooker's daughter's name, Tamina.
Yeah, I want to see what that means.
Kind. Let's get Latan here. That kind of remind me of Joktan a little bit.
Yeah.
Covering. Yeah, covering. And be mindful that his people would have been in this land as well. They was in the same place. Hori. Unless he went in there and took it somehow from him or whatever the case. That's another cave dweller. Well, that's the same one. Is that the same one we looked at before?
Hori. Yeah, the Horites. Yep.
Okay, I'll be tripping, boy. Herma. Let's see what Herma. Examination.
Let's see. Yeah, exterminating.
Exterminate. My goodness. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna have to start reading the dictionary because I'm missing words. I'm missing way too many words tonight. Boy, this is way out. So yeah, I'm tripping. Okay. All right. Extermination. And sister was Tamina. Let's check out Tamina. Timnah. Okay. So they pronounce it like this, Tamina. Restrained. Okay. All right. Oh, hold on. Let me go back. So that box like it had a little bit of information in it here. We almost done. Concubine of Eliphaz, Esau, tribe of Edom. Okay. Kind of thought I was missing something there. Let's move on. Verse 23.
All right. It's the book of Bereshit, chapter 36, verse 23. And the children of Shabal were these: Alvan, Manahath, and Ebal, Shepho, and Onam.
Okay. So we had Shabal already. So let's look at Alvan, Ivana.
Alban.
Okay. Masculine. Ivan tall. Wow. Interesting. Okay, let's move on.
Ma
Milna.
knockoff.
All right. Rest.
Hmm.
Yeah, we saw Rest in another name. Seems like he's repeating himself.
Mm-hmm.
Elba.
A-ball.
A-ball. A-ball. Stone or Bear Mountain. Why would you name your child Stone or Bear Mountain? How they gonna live up to that?
Right, right.
Interesting. Speaking of that, Shippo, let's look at these last two, and then I'll tell you what I came across. I thought was interesting. Shippo, bold. Yeah, I mean, there's no substance there. It's not giving us anything outside of basically a one-word definition.
Come
Onam, vigorous.
on.
Yeah, that's it. So, I don't know the validity of this thing, but interesting enough, I found a video I watched. I believe it was last week, or I can't remember when I saw it, but it talked about trees and how important, of course, trees are, and how trees grew and got bigger and stronger and would last for such a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it said that some of the trees were way up in the sky, and men started cutting them down. And I thought, yeah, lumberjacks. So yeah, that makes sense. Then it said that you can see some of these trees, the stubs of them left over, and they were taller than what they are now. And you may call those trees mountains. I was like, what?
I've heard that before, and it's funny because I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like some some mountains, and it's actually where is this at? I forget exactly where this is located at, but if you would look at it, you're gonna think that it's just a mountain, but in
Yeah.
fact, it's a tree stub.
Huh. Interesting.
Something I
But
was
most
watching on the
times,
History Channel, man.
oh, it's something on history.
Yeah,
Okay.
con.
Okay. Now this was a person talking that talked the video that I saw. Uh, I thought it was interesting. I keep seeing mountain dweller. Um, yeah, I mean, mountains are in ancient. The Most High talked about mountains in the book in Bereshit from what we've been reading. We see, people dwell in the mountains. It made them dens in the mountains. Uh, that's in Judges 6. The people of the Midianites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had the children of Israel make them strong places in the mountains.
Yeah,
So
con.
yeah, but I don't know. I don't know how much validity it is to that. That's interesting. I'm sure that maybe I don't know. I don't know. I can't say all mountains were trees, but maybe there are a mountain that was a tree and they cut it down. It was that big and they cut it and That's all that's left. But it seems like if to cut that way up there, that would be. I mean, it's still up in almost to the Samain.
Yeah.
So who would have cut it way up there? Seems like a man would have cut it lower.
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of like
So
a giant or something, you know.
yeah, I don't know about that.
Right.
Not that size, but yeah, I thought that was interesting as well. Is that made me think about that, and I said, not really on the topic, but we are looking at mountain dwellers and cave dwellers and things of that nature. So that made me think about it. So, all right, I think we have voice 24. Did we just finish it? Okay, go ahead.
It's the book of Bereshit, chapter 36, verse 24. And these are the children of Zibeon, both Aha and Anah. This was that Anah that found the mules in the wilderness as he fed the asses of Zibeon, his father. Yeah, I don't think we saw Aha or Anah. Looked at neither one of those, I don't think.
Okay, let's check it out.
Yeah.
Falcon. Speaking of, I have seen people in Arabia they deal with those ravenous birds and they use them for attack.
Yeah,
they teach them too. Yeah. In Arabia, that's prominent. And falcon is one of those. I thought it was an eagle, but it was a falcon. Somebody said, that's a falcon. I was like, oh, I thought it was an eagle. That means answer. Yeah, nah means answer. So, ironically, they are not giving us any more information than that. Mules in the wilderness fed across. Okay, verse 25.
And the children of Anah were these, Deshawn and Ahlabamah, the daughter of Anah. And these are the children of Deshawn, Hemdan, and Eshban, and Ethron, and Charan.
Okay, let's check out Hamdan. Desire.
Hamdan.
Hamdan, yeah, kind of. So that's desire. Yeah, that's it, desire. And Eshban. Eshban, fire of discernment. Okay. And
Ethron.
yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I lost my place, but here it is. Okay, Con.
Yethron.
Con. Advantage. Okay. You say so.
Right. And Quran.
That's what you're naming your children, Esau, I guess.
Right.
Advantage. This is Kiwan.
Quran.
Kawan. Okay. And this is liar.
I'm not sure if that's an I or if that's Irie.
Okay, Irie. Okay, I thought it was a L, like a lowercase L. That's probably an uppercase I. Iyre. I don't know what that would pass that. This is the only place it's used. So
yeah, God, I don't know what that even means.
Yeah, moving on. You know what though? Let me look at one more thing. Let's Google that and see what that says.
Oh, it's an instrument.
Okay. The U-shaped heart. I wonder, is that what it was back then? Okay, cool. Moving on. All right.
Verse 27.
Yeah, kind of.
The children of Esau are these: Bahan and Zavan and Akan. Uh-oh.
And a car.
Yeah, Akan. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Their
discrepitude.
discrepancy. Wow.
Decrepitude.
Son of Esau and a Benjamite. Get out of here.
Right.
Okay.
Bilhan.
Bilhan. Okay.
Oh, was that the one we just looked at? Yeah, Bilhan was.
Yeah.
Okay,
Discrepancy. Yeah. So Bilhan and
Zavan.
Zava. Yeah. Zav on. Wow. Too many vowels. That's
Right.
too many vowels. Let's see how you
It's
pronounce
trouble.
that.
Strong's H2190. Zavan.
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 Troubled. All right.
And then
let's
Akan.
see.
I know it's some Israelites named that.
Yeah, one who got. It looks like it's a different name because it doesn't show his.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it must be a different, sharp, sharp-sighted. Now, how you name a child sharp-sighted? Like, how are they supposed to live over there? What if they have not good sight like me?
Right.
Should name me Akon if that's the case.
All right.
Akon. Crazy.
All right. Verse 28. The
Yeah.
children of Deshawn are these: Uz and Aran.
Okay. I believe we looked at Uz before.
Yeah, it was the land of Uz. Yep.
Yeah. Would it? Okay. Yeah. Son of Aram, grandson of Shem and Or. Yeah. We seen that in a few different places. And let's see what Aram. Joyous. Okay. Fine. All right. Go ahead.
All right. Verse 29. These are the dukes that came of the Horites: Duke Latan, Duke Shobal, Duke Zibian, Duke Anah, Duke Deshawn, Duke Ezar, Duke Deshawn. These are the dukes that came of Hara among the dukes in the land of Seir. And these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom before there reigned any king over the children of Israel. Verse 32. And Bela, the son of Beor, reigned in Edom, and the name of his city was Dinahaban.
All right. I feel like I remember seeing Bella. Am I mistaken?
Now, I don't remember that one. Destruction.
Destruction. Okay, maybe not. Yeah.
Okay.
14. Yeah. I feel like I thought I remember seeing that. Seemed like I did. King of Edom. First son of Benjamin. Okay. So I mean destruction.
Con.
I know we looked at this one. Beor. Burning. And let's check out the city's name.
Dinahaban.
Yeah.
Give
you judgment. All right. Verse 33.
And Bela died, and Jodab, the son of Zerah of Bozrah, reigned in his stead.
Yeah. This was the Jobab that I thought was Job, and they named me completely something different. So, yeah. And then, of course, I think he was at a different time. He was also a son of Joktan, had that name as well. So, considering that these were in the same area, I'm pretty sure they just mixed and mingled with people of Joktan. So we almost there. All right. And instead, okay, yeah, we just looked at Jobab. So we at 34.
Did we look at you said we looked at Bozrah?
Oh, did we? I missed one.
I know we
Barbara.
looked
Okay.
at Zerah, but I don't remember seeing Bozrah.
Okay. Let's see.
Bozrah.
Bozrah, yeah, kind of. Shepherd Fold or Fortress. A town in Edom, a town in Moab as well. So, yeah, and we haven't heard anything else of Lot outside of Moab. Made me think of him as well. Here we are and finishing up 36, and we haven't heard anything else from him since 19. Since he doesn't say when he died or anything else. Okay, right. Verse 34.
Verse 34. And Jobab died, and Husham of the land of Temani reigned in his stead.
All right, let's check out Husham.
Husham,
yeah.
Haste.
Yeah, I mean, it literally gives us one word. That's it. Which is ironic. So, Tiamat.
Temani.
Yeah, Temani.
It's just like Taman, south.
Right, yeah, southward, yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's see. We're at verse 35. And Husham died, and Hadad, the son of Bedad, who smote Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead, and the name of his city was Avith.
Now that's significant right here in this verse. And Husham died, and Hadad, the son of Bedad, who smote Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead. So is this the same Midian is this Abraham's son Midian?
I believe so. Yeah,
yep, son of Abraham, descendant of Midian. Wow. So he got killed by a son of Esau.
Yep.
Wow. That's interesting. I don't think I've read through this whole lineage like we are here. Because these names, first of all, and second, it's Esau stuff. Like, who really cares? But it's kind of like, for edification, worth looking. His name meant mighty. He's also a son of Ishmael. The same name. Be dead. H911. But solitary by itself. Separate. Daddy, man. All right. It's funny how it adjusts one way or the other and gets right back to where we were.
Avith.
Yeah, Avith. The city was Avith. Ruins.
Hmm.
Yeah. The city of one of the kings of Edom. Perhaps a place in Palestine. I was under the impression that Palestine was more along the line of Israel.
Khan. Palestine being the name that it was before it became the the country Israel in 1948. It was called Palestine.
Right. So, but I'm like that last one, that last city. A place in Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be in Palestine. We're talking about Edom. We're talking about Seir. That's
Mm-hmm.
what all this is. Is this what Esau is in Edom? He's in Seir.
Yeah, Khan.
So that's. I don't know how they get in there. How they get in a place in Palestine when we're talking about Edom. So I don't know. That's what made me say that when I saw that. So, but let's continue. We're almost
Let's
to
see.
the end here.
Yeah, verse 36. And Hadad died, and Shemaiah of Masharakah reigned in his stead.
All right. So let's check out Shemaiah.
Samlah.
Shelah. Garments.
Huh.
I don't get these names. Esau. Mashrekah.
Masharakah.
Mashrekah. Vineyard of noble vines. All right. At least it wasn't a one word.
Right. And
All right.
Shemaiah died, and Saul of Rehoboth, by the river reigned in his stead.
Okay. Let's see what this Saul says. Desired. Saul, name of an Edomite and two Israelites. All right. The revolt. Let's see what that. Do we just look at that? No, wide place or streets. Wide places or streets. So this is a proper location. Located now. So okay. All right. Yeah.
Verse 38. And Shaul died, and Bahanan, the son of Akbar, reigned in his stead. Man, Akbar, can't tell me these ain't the Arabs, man.
Right. Exactly. Skandar Akbar.
Right.
Akbar. I don't know. You
Mouse.
might. I don't know if Mouse. I don't know if you old enough to remember you was following wrestling back when he was the one dude I was really scared of when I was a kid watching wrestling.
Who was at
I
the
didn't know.
Iron Sheik?
No, he went by the name of Skandar Akbar.
I don't remember him.
Yeah, he used to wrestle. All his matches was in they would make the arena dark, and that's why it was so scary for me as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And when you could tell when he was wrestling, you really couldn't tell what was going on in the ring, but it was a lot of noise, and it was scary, and I was young, and then that name was scary too, Skandar Akbar.
Right.
I don't even know where he got that from, you know. Well, it looked like he got some of it from here, but I don't know what Skandar would be.
Right.
Matter of fact, Slicker, I'm gonna look this up here. I'm gonna see what I can find. Skandar Akbar. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I do remember him.
According to Wikipedia, Jimmy Side Webber was an American professional wrestler and manager better known by his ring name Skandar Akbar, which translates as Alexander the Great.
Okay. Yeah, so he that's back when I was seeing him, but I guess he had some other, because I don't remember this looking dude. The Skandar Akbar I saw was scary looking, like he was always dark. But he was an American dude just portraying a character. So
Wow.
he did a good job because it was menacing to me. Yeah, so
hey, did we look at that Baha Lanan?
Oh, let's take a look at that one. Yeah, Look, this almost no change. But yeah. Oh gracious.
Right.
Get out of here. Get the freak out of here.
Con.
Wow. That's messed up. Wow. Yeah, I mean it's right there. And it that's what I'm saying. You get into these words and you look at it, and to me, it looked like just a hard word to pronounce, but I don't even see this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the prefix. Like, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be saying that again, but
Right. Exactly. And rated instead. Wow. The city was. Let's see what this city is. Pau. Pau. Bleeding.
Uh-huh.
Pau. Almost remind me of that game, Pau.
Right, con.
Which is actually Swahili for blood.
Yeah, con. I think it's actually, but see, they got it from it's a street out in LA called Pyru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they probably had that changed through the city. Like, we want the street to be called this, and they was like, all right. Probably not knowing what it was about, but yeah, I remember seeing it on some videos. Rain instead. Well, did we miss anything? I know we hit that.
Nah, we hadn't. Hadar. Well, nah, we hadn't gotten Hadar.
Oh, where is it?
Down right below where you, right up. Hadar.
Oh, Hadar right here. Okay. Yeah, they slipped that one in on honor. Edomite king. Yeah, they slipped that one in on us. That wicked name. You gotta be cognizant of that BAAL anytime you see that.
Indeed.
It went right by us. It went right by me. I know I wasn't. I was just like, I don't know what the heck, how you pronounce that. But I don't know. Let's see what this one is. Name was
Tabal.
I'd be nailing them, boy. Favor of that one. Oh, I asked Brandon about the power of I meant to tell you this. I asked Brandon about the power of Abraham's father, Nahor, or there's a Nahor or Hebron.
Yeah, because it mentioned like he had a separate power.
Yeah,
they
he
made
said
that
it was
deal. Laban talking about Abraham's power and Nahor's power.
Khan. Yeah, he said that is the Most High.
Okay, Khan.
That's what he said. So I said, hey, you probably been looking at it longer than I have. So the way it listed it, it kind of made it like, yeah. So we are here. We're 40.
Khan. No. We skipped 39.
Oh, shit, 39. So sleep.
Yep. Or
Okay.
we was looking at 39.
Okay. Did we look at this? That word?
Yeah. We looked at that.
Okay. Did and okay, we just looked at that one. We looked at this one, and did we look at Madrid? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking that Madrid pushing forward like this. It's no substance to these names. Daughter of. It's literally it's nothing to like it's nothing like. It's all kind of goofy stuff. It just really doesn't mean anything. Even though you go into the definition of it, it's like, what's this? Tina?
Mm-hmm.
Restrained. I mean, really? We get nothing from this. But, that kind of makes sense because, this is what we're looking at. We're looking at Esau's children. So it makes sense. All right. Did we look at this one?
I thought we did, but let me make sure. Alva. I thought we did.
Alva.
No,
Evil.
we didn't.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Man, that dude did not like his children at all.
Right.
I mean, that's why none of this is. It's not really telling us anything. Literally. Yet, take a shot at that one. Not.
Yathait.
That's better phonics than I can. I'm like, yeah. That's better than what I could come up with. A nail. I mean, really? But let's take. Oh, we look at this one.
Yeah, we looked at that.
And
Allah.
An oak. Well, this is an oak and not. Does it look like a modern day term that they use over there now?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Pinan. Darkness. Like, man, this is like just completely evil. Like, no good stuff. Nothing is good here.
Mibzar.
Okay. Kind. Fortress. Okay. You say so. Right. Know how accurate that is. I guess that'll help you sleep at night.
All right.
Let's check out
MacDill.
Got that owl at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Prince of. I know that ain't the Most High. Right. That got to be somebody else. So, yeah.
Aram.
Yeah, we looked at Aram is one we have seen, or maybe not. Aram belongs to a city, belonging to a city. thought it was one we looked at before. No, 31 and maybe it was Haram or something I can't recall. According to their habitations and the possessions, he is Esau, the father of the Edomites. So yeah, that's it. That's that one was I knew it was
Yeah, it
gonna
was
be a lot.
lengthy right there. And yeah,
Yeah,
I guess, just a lot of names to
yeah,
cover in that.
a lot to look up and very little substance in looking up all those names. But we definitely want to give a good, reasonable try and try to figure out what's what and what's really being said. So we kind of went double of what we wanted to do,
It
about an hour.
come.
But it's all good. It was good to get into 35 and 36 and really get into the nuts and bolts of it. I wouldn't say meat and potatoes because it ain't none. There was
And it
nothing
wasn't a
to it.
whole lot, a whole lot of substance to those names, man. Got a idea of, what these dukes were about, and
Right.
wasn't nothing good.
Yeah. And the mindset of I'm guessing the women were naming the children,
Mm-hmm.
and some we saw one child named Evil.
It
Like
come.
what the heck is this? Like name him Evil. Like who would do that? I don't know. It is what it is. Well, it was definitely a good good getting into it. And some interesting side topics we went into as well. So
Indeed.
that's always a Barracuda. But it is definitely late. It's 20 minutes to 1. So we're going to go ahead and end this thing and get us some rest for
Indeed.
tomorrow. Yeah, so we got, 12 hours before we right back at this again. So give us a chance to get things situated. But always a pleasure and a Barracuda to get into the script with you, Art. Go ahead and
Indeed.
give us last thoughts, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. In the previous chapter, we talked about that. You know, Jacob's name being changed, and the change that he made to ensure that his sons will be walking in righteousness. You all get rid of these idols, these
Right,
deities. That's
right,
not what the Father wants us to be about.
right,
Similar to today's times, we're telling our folks, man, to put these idols away. You know,
right,
uh, not too much to say about the 36. You know what I mean? Like with those descendants.
right.
I think it's with those names that we looked up, it's very telling to me, who Esau is today.
Kind. Yeah, it is. I think it also says a lot about the character of him and the people that he was around, his wives, how they dealt with their children, how they named their children. All of this it shows his character and who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's definitely a telltale sign, as to what it is. So, but definitely good to get into. You know, went through that 36, and that's something I have not done before, and looked at a lot of information that I think probably the most disheartening was reading about that with Reuben. Like that's so I don't even understand that. You know, again, I believe that there probably is a book of the 12 patriarchs, or where they kind of go into it, because I believe if you've seen that or read it, he gives kind
Mm-hmm.
of an explanation there as to what he was really thinking at that time. And I believe it was a similar situation where Bathsheba, where he saw her and she was uncovered, and he basically lost control of himself, as what that book says, or what he says in that book. But that is very disheartening, and I just don't know. That's I don't know. That's a hard way to go. So um, it cost him his birthright. You
Okay.
know, and I'm sure if he could take it back, he would have. He would, but
Mm-hmm.
man, once you do it, you can't take it back. It is And here we are, all these years later, we reading this and trying to understand what his thinking was. There's no justification. That's just wicked.
Yeah, come.
Yeah. I want to say somewhere I read, I can't remember where, maybe in the next chapter or whatever, it said that basically nothing of that magnitude had been done since the flood.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, he got credit for taking for the top most wicked acts, post flood on this side of the flood. So that's something that you do not want to have. That's not something that's not a statistic you want to carry. So, but definitely a good study, and definitely good getting into the script again. We'll go ahead and end it here and get back into it tomorrow, where we will cover 37 and 38, y'all willing, and possibly we'll look at 39. We'll see what we're looking at on time. We want to get this back down to about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 or 20 or so. But I do say our praise, honor, and great esteem to the Most High Power, Yahuwah, Bahashem, Yahushua, Hamashiach, and to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. I say Shalom, Abarukim. That is peace and blessings to all 12 tribes who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. And I cannot wait to the day that the Most High brings us back together. And we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation, under the Most High Power, under one covenant once again. Until that time, I say Shalom, family, and take care of yourselves.
Hey, shalom, Israel.
Hallelujah.